T-Bird fans, we welcome you to a brand new edition of T-Bird Talk. I'm Cloud County Community College Sports Information Director, Toby Nosker. On this week's edition of T-Bird Talk, we sit down with two freshman members of the Cloud County Community College wrestling team, Brayden Hill of Garden City, Kansas, and Drew Sterrett of Concordia, Kansas. The Cloud County Community College wrestling team is set to host a tri-meet against Northeastern Junior College and Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa tomorrow. The neutral afternoon duel between Northeastern Junior College and Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa will be followed by the T-Birds taking the mat at 5 p.m. against the Northeastern Plainsmen. Set for 6:30 p.m., the T-Birds will face the Mavericks of Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa to finish out the triangular. Cloud County's duels will be streamed live on the T-Bird Sports Network at cloudtbirds.com. The T-Birds last competed in the Eunice Hospitality Open, hosted by the University of Nebraska-Kearney on November 22nd. The T-Birds were led by freshman Brayden Hill, who finished first in the amateur division at 285 pounds. The Open marked the second individual title won this season by Hill. Hill, a freshman from Garden City, Kansas, also secured the top spot at the Maverick Open in Tonkawa, Oklahoma on November 8th. Freshman Dakota Gibson added a third-place finish in the 141-pound bracket at the Eunice Hospitality Open. Also at the tournament, sophomore Noah Bailey went 2-2 in the 149-pound bracket with 2 decision wins. Freshman Luke Potter went 2-2 in the 133-pound bracket with a fall and a major decision win. Freshman David Holgan also went 2-2 in the 197-pound bracket with a fall and a decision win. And freshman Nicholas Davis went 1-2 in the 157-pound bracket. Now, Cloud County opens Friday against Northeastern Junior College. The T-Birds are 2-0 at home all-time against the Plainsmen, beating them 36-16 on December 9th, 2022, and 23-22 on February 2nd, 2022. Prior to their trip to Concordia, Northeastern Junior College will wrestle 2 duels in Beatrice, Nebraska against Labette Community College and Southeast Community College. And then after the Northeastern duel, the T-Birds will face Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa. Cloud County is 0-1 all-time against Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa after dropping a 42-11 duel to the Mavericks at last year's National Junior College Athletic Association Coaches Association duels in Miami, Oklahoma. Then on Saturday, Cloud County will wrestle in the Connor Oppenheim Doane Open in Crete, Nebraska. Hosted by Doane University, the tournament will begin at 9 a.m. The T-Birds close the weekend at the annual Bob Smith Open in Hays, Kansas. The tournament will begin at 8:30 a.m. at Gross Memorial Coliseum at Fort Hays State University. Up next, we chat with 2 T-Bird wrestlers, both freshmen, Brayden Hill of Garden City, Kansas, and Drew Sterrett of Concordia, Kansas. This is T-Bird Talk.
Are you a Kansas or Nebraska high school senior who's thinking about your next step after high school? If so, you qualify for Cloud County Community College's $500 Early Bird Scholarship. All you have to do is visit campus before December 19th and have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and you get a $500 scholarship guaranteed. So come visit Cloud and see why our students are Cloud proud. On your visit, you'll see our campus, meet with an academic advisor, and get a chance to have all your questions answered. Set up your campus visit today by giving us a call at 785-243-1435 extension 212 or visiting us online at cloud.edu/admissions.
This week on T-Bird Talk, an opportunity to visit with 2 members of the Cloud County Community College wrestling team, both freshman wrestlers for the T-Birds. Joining us, we have Drew Sterrett from Concordia, Kansas, and also with us is Brayden Hill from Garden City, Kansas. And I appreciate the 2 of you taking time to join us, and excited to see the T-Bird wrestling team in action at home this week as they're going to host a tri-duel on Friday. Matches begin at 3:30. Cloud County will take the mat at 5 o'clock when they match up with the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen, and then at 6:30 that evening, the T-Birds will close out things in the triangular against the Mavericks of Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, but Drew, let me begin with you. So you end up staying pretty close to home. You grow up in Concordia, Kansas, decide to come to Cloud County Community College. Kind of take me through that journey and decision for you a little bit, and ultimately, why did you decide to come wrestle for Coach Smith here at Cloud?
Well, the main reason was Coach Smith. I mean, high school wrestling, I started off pretty weak. I mean, I was a varsity my freshman year, but I didn't really have any fun with it. And like throughout the years, Julian like told me to come up to practices on Sundays, and I really like him as a coach, and it's not far from home, and Cloud is a great school, so I just figured staying here would be my best course.
Tell me how you got introduced to the sport of wrestling and why this became a sport in particular for you that you were so attracted to and loved competing in.
So I started wrestling when I was 3 years old. My dad was the coach at Concordia, like kids practice. So I kind of didn't really have a choice. So he made me do it like growing up, and then I just was good at it. So I just kept doing it. He let me, like high school, he said I didn't have to do any of it, but I just loved it so much, and I was pretty decent at it. So I just kept going throughout my life with it.
You said you didn't feel like your high school career started out the best. When did thoughts start entering your mind, though, about, hey, maybe this is something that, beyond high school, I have the potential to keep doing?
Definitely junior year. My freshman year, I had a losing record. My sophomore year was barely winning. In the junior year, I started to pick it up, and then that's when I started to think outside of, because I knew I wanted to go to Cloud because I just wanted to stay at home and get my general eds out of the way, and I could just wrestle while I do it too. So definitely senior year.
You got an older brother here that works with the program as an athletic trainer, a student athletic trainer. Did you ask him any questions about it, like his experience his first year here at Cloud? I mean, was there any conversation like that about, hey, what's it like? Is this a place that I actually want to be at?
Yeah, no, I definitely did. I was mainly worried about the traveling because he was gone like every week, but I actually really love it. Going to see all these different states pretty much every weekend is super cool experience to have. But yes, I did ask him how his practice and everything. Like I was getting as much information as I could, and he was honest and open about it. And it turned out I really liked it. So
I want to ask you about how the transition's gone in just a moment, but let's bring Brayden Hill into the conversation as well. So Brayden, like Drew, did you grow up kind of all your life wrestling, or when did the sport enter the picture for you?
So originally I was a Boy Scout, and I was 9 years old, and they gave out flyers when I think we were at some meeting. And I brought it home to my dad. My dad's never heard of it. He's from Texas, so just a bunch of football down there. And he had the opportunity to let me try it. And since then, I've done it, since I was 9 years old with all the club stuff. And now I've traveled to about, I think, 46 out of the 50 states just for wrestling. And so it's been a fun experience.
What is it about wrestling in particular that draws your interest, though?
I like the competition, and I like doing well at the competition. There's a certain satisfaction when you do good, especially when you don't look like you're good. It gives me a good feeling.
You grew up in Garden City, wrestling there. Garden City, I know, a tough place to wrestle. You take on a lot of 6A, 5A style competition in the state of Kansas against a lot of really strong wrestling schools in the southwest part of the state. Tell me a little bit about that, and when did you feel like things really started to click for you, where you felt like, man, this is a sport I can really be successful in?
Yes, sir. So my freshman year, I was at 220. I was decent. I went 38-14 my freshman year. And then that summer when we went to nationals in North Dakota was when I was told that, because I didn't know Fargo, it's one of the biggest tournaments in the nation, and placing there really helped me get on track, or at least tell myself that I was on track to wrestle in college, because I didn't really have an idea. I just knew that I liked wrestling. I liked performing in front of people. And then just from there, it kept going up, and I just loved it even more.
How did Cloud County Community College enter the picture?
He was actually one of the last coaches to reach out, just because of the initial reaction at the heavyweight last year, just kind of a late not coming back. And he came up to practice in Garden City. He took us out for lunch. And up at that point in the season when he came, I hadn't been taken down all year, even in the practice room. And he came up there and about 15 minutes in took me down at least 12 times. And just having that level of, I guess, expertise in the wrestling really helped, and how he coaches really helped, and that he's a bigger guy, and so it really benefits me a lot in the practice room.
And you're one of 3 out of your senior class there at Garden City that actually signed to come join the T-Birds this year. Is that nice having some fellow teammates from high school that here at Cloud County?
Yes, sir, for sure. Yeah, we kind of had a plan from like sophomore year that we were wanting to, at the worst, stay close, because they both wanted to stay in school in Kansas, and it just ended up working out. Our senior year, it kind of. Yeah, he came up, he took all 3 of us down to lunch, and came to practice with us, and their parents, and they really liked Coach Smith, and it all ended up working out. It's really fun having people, you've known for the last 5 years has been my best friends, and so it's been really fun.
Having Coach Smith as a head coach who wrestled, again, in those heavyweight weight classes like yourself, and certainly knows your style. Is that nice to have a coach that really can relate well to what you do on the mat?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it helps a lot because he's been there and he's done these things at this level and even higher levels, and so he's taking the knowledge that he learned while in college, and he's helping pick out the negative parts that can benefit my style of wrestling and kind of just keep growing off of that.
Drew, you mentioned growing up, being a kids wrestler and with the different clubs and then throughout school at Concordia, getting an opportunity to know Coach Smith. I know he volunteers his time, gives back, and works with a lot of the youth wrestlers. What was the experience like being around him, and what about him as a coach, maybe his personality? What was it that kind of stood out that made you feel comfortable in saying, yeah, I'd like to wrestle for this guy?
So, yeah, every summer we had summer wrestling, like different types, like freestyle and Greco and that stuff. And he hosted camps for us to come up there and practice with him because he had really nothing better to do, I guess. But, yeah, he's a super fun guy to be around. And I've been practicing with him like pretty much all of my high school career since my junior year, I think. And I knew if I wanted to wrestle in college, it'd be with him, like no other coach. Like, he's super fun to be around. He really knows his stuff. And I feel like I've learned a lot from him with the little time I've been with him, so.
I know you both have wrestled for an extremely long time, but things certainly get ramped up as far as just the intensity in college. And, a high school season, it feels long, but it's certainly not as long as what college can feel like. And really, as soon as you step on campus, you start with the workouts and the conditioning, and then practices officially beginning October 1st, the season itself stretching all the way towards March. And so it takes a lot of dedication and time to be a student athlete at this level. Drew, how have you found that transition for you, and what's that been like now, really extending your season longer than it's ever been extended before?
So I've always been a 3-sport athlete, so I've always been doing stuff all year round, but doing one sport all year round, it is, I wouldn't say it doesn't burn you out or anything like that, but does take a lot of dedication and a lot of time, and you just got to keep your head down and keep working. Julian, he talks to us about this stuff, and it's like super helpful when he's been there, so he knows what he's talking about, and you just got to keep your nose down and keep working.
And one of the things that I talk to a lot of the student athletes here at Cloud about is, there's times that maybe you were the top kid in your wrestling room. And there might not have been a kid to really push you day to day in practice, maybe like you want. Now you're coming into a scenario and a situation where, hey, everybody here was one of the top kids in their high school wrestling room. And it's a battle if you want to earn opportunities on the mat. How's that been for you, Drew?
So I personally love it. I love going in the room and having guys that want to actually be there. Because in high school, some of the guys, they're just there because they want to do a sport in high school. But these college guys, they're serious about it and go in the practice room and just scrapping with these guys. It's really awesome, and I really do love getting better every day.
We talked about Coach Julian Smith working with Brayden. You get an opportunity to work with assistant coach Brayden Clopton, a pretty successful collegiate wrestler in his own right. What's it like working with him?
Coach, he's great to roll around with. He really knows his stuff. He doesn't go easy. He goes at you with everything he's got, and I think it helps these lower weights. The heavier weights got Coach Julian, but we have Coach C, and it really does help our lighter weights.
Brayden, for you, what's it been like getting in the practice room, and what kind of battles do you guys have as individuals and as a team in the room?
So I've been with the twins, David and Dio, for the past 4 years, so we know each other pretty well. We've been partners all throughout those 4 years, and then here it's translated the same thing. Get some good scraps in, and then Coach Smith, of course. That helps me get a lot better. Him just wrestling with him, because if I can stop him from taking me down, or I haven't yet taken him down yet, but if I can score on him and stuff like that, I know that I can score on anyone in the country at the JUCO level.
Like Drew, do you appreciate how intense, how aggressive it can get at times at practice?
Oh yeah, it's helped a lot, the intensity, because like you said, in high school there was a few stragglers that were just there to do the sport, and here everyone's there because they want to be there.
How do you feel about the time commitment in general that it takes to try to be successful at this level? Was that something you were prepared for? Were you ready for?
I feel like I was prepared because I played football and I did track in high school as well, but I wrestled year-round, so I was wrestling in Vegas in April after season ended. I wrestled in Minnesota in June. In May, I was up in Virginia Beach. So I feel like wrestling year round helped me be prepared for the season, and I'm loving it. It does take dedication though, because not as tough practices in the summer as there is year round here, but I've loved it so far.
Coming up in January in the new year, a lot of the competition you'll see will be duels against other Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference schools. But for the most part, in the early part of this season, you all have competed in a lot of invitationals and opens at this stage. And one of the things that makes wrestling so unique at this level compared to a lot of other sports here at Cloud, now cross-country, track and field has a little bit of this, but you're not just taking on 2-year kids. You guys will go head-to-head with some 4 years, Division II, NAIA, whatever it may be, as you go compete at some of these invitationals and opens. So while you may be a freshman, it may be a junior in college that you're wrestling your first time out. So Brayden, what's been your overall assessment of the competition that you guys have faced at this point? And making a lot of trips, a lot of long trips, including a couple up to Iowa. What's kind of been your feeling about the way things have started for you this season?
Initially, that first tournament, we were kind of banged up, and it didn't go too well, but we bounced back and kind of changed my mindset. I was thinking, if we're traveling all this, why not win it? Why not go out there and do the best I can? Because I know that I can beat all of these kids I'm in competition with. And so since then, I feel like I've done really good down in Oklahoma, and then last weekend out in Nebraska when there was a lot of 4-year kids in that bracket. That was a pretty big bracket. I feel like just the mindset overall has helped me. Like, why not me? Why not go out there and get the win?
It's interesting because you feel like it's more a confidence thing right now, making sure that mentally you've got the right frame of mind heading into your matches, not doubting necessarily your abilities, but more so just making sure that, hey, mentally I'm focused and ready to go take on, whoever this opponent is.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, he's prepared us conditioning. I know I'm built for that. I'm going to last these matches. He's prepared us with the technique. He's showed us everything to expect in matches. Now it's just that I go out there and tell myself that I can do it.
Drew, what's it been like for you getting on the mat in the early part of this season, seeing a lot of new competition, maybe some different styles than what you're used to? Give me kind of your initial assessment of how things have gone.
So it's exactly like Brayden said. College wrestling, everybody's good. Everybody's being taught the high-level stuff, so it's mainly just a mindset thing. You got to go out there. You got to know you're better than them. You got to know you're going to last, and it's really just a mindset thing. Everybody's good. You're not going to have these easy matches, so it's really fun to go out there and just push yourself every match.
What's kind of your goals coming into the season? What are you hoping to achieve?
I'm hoping to have a winning record and just stay committed and not burn out.
What about for you, Brayden?
I want to win it this year. I've seen some of these top guys. I've wrestled quite a bit of nationally ranked guys. I finally got on the rankings myself this past week, and so I want to win it. I don't think there's anyone out there that can beat me or that I'm not on the level of the ability to beat.
To this point, you've had a really successful start to your freshman campaign, including 2 tournament wins at 285 pounds, walking away with a win at the Maverick Open in Tonkawa, Oklahoma, and most recently the Eunice Hospitality Open in Kearney, Nebraska. As I said, you've wrestled some really good competition at this stage. Do you feel like you're progressing, you're getting better as things are kind of moving along?
Yes, sir. The Tonkawa Open, I had to wrestle 2 of Northern Oklahoma's heavyweights. One, at the time, Clark out of Northern Oklahoma, he was ranked 6th. And so going into that match, winning that one really boosted my confidence for the rest of that tournament. Because I think I finished that tournament with a tech, and then the rest were pins. And then transitioning into this past week at UNK, I wrestled him again in the semis, and I beat him. And I think winning this past weekend helped me a lot as well, too.
Yeah, one of 2 wrestlers that placed at the Eunice Hospitality Open in UNK, finishing first there again. And then a viral moment that I have to ask about, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I see this video on social media of you picking up a pin and doing so via cartwheel. Is that a new move? Is that something you have in your arsenal? Is that something you just broke out at that moment?
I've actually hit it. I think that was my 6th or 7th time in matches that I've attempted or scored off of a cartwheel. It's kind of cool to pull out, especially in front of crowds, especially if the opportunity's there. I know I'm up big on this kid, and I know I'm not going to give up that lead. Might as well get style points.
First time you've gotten a pin out of it?
Yes, sir. It was the first time I've pinned him right after. Usually it's just get behind and they go flat on their belly, but No, this one he ended up on his back.
Drew, what's that like watching, a moment like that with one of your teammates?
It's such a great thing to see, especially, I know he's a heavier guy, but seeing that, you're not going to see anybody else do that, especially at his weight. It's such a great thing. Everybody was so happy to see that. It's just fun. You got to have fun moments like that in wrestling, too.
Well, and really up until coming into this week with the duels that you'll have at home on Friday, there really hasn't been any team scores that have been kept. These have been all, really individual based, these invitationals and opens that you've all competed in. Drew, how much do you guys as, wrestlers watch the other matches of your teammates? I know you can't always because sometimes you're competing, right, at some of these tournaments, and there's a lot of mats going and a lot of chaos at times. But how much do you guys watch, your fellow teammates? How much are you trying to support and root them on, not just focusing on yourself, but also wanting to see them be successful as well?
So as a team, I feel like we're super close. All of us are great friends. If you go match side on most tournaments, you'll see pretty much all of our team watching just one guy. It gets tough. Sometimes we're up quick and some guys are warming up, but usually, Julian sends out a text. Sometimes he doesn't even have to send out a text. We're just watching the match numbers that closely so we know when our guys are up, and we always go and support. It's really great to see.
Brayden, reaching the finals like you have a couple of times now at this point in the season. What does that mean where you've got, the support of your teammates rallying around you and they're, having your back and wanting to see you be successful?
Yeah, it's good to have that almost like a cushion there, like another family. Yeah, we do a good job at supporting each other. I think if I'm not warming up or doing my post-match sprints or anything, I'm probably watching wrestling because we always got somebody up. And, like you said, it gets close to close, but it's so nice to have that support there because not only do I know that I can do it, but I have people that are counting on me and they know that I can compete as well.
And we mentioned before you came with two of your high school teammates to Cloud, but what's it been like getting to know other wrestlers like Drew and other members of the team, and how close-knit of a group are you guys?
I feel like we're super close. We all, even outside of the wrestling room, we find ways and we hang out. We're always at each other's dorms or something like that. It's nice having have to be weird with teammates. I don't know this guy very well. No, we know everyone on the team. We've gone to dinner. We hang out pretty frequently. If we're not on break or wrestling, we're still spending time with each other.
Drew, what's it been like for you having to form bonds with a whole new group of teammates leaving high school? And you stay close to home, but for most of these guys, some of them coming from great distances, you meet a lot of people with a lot of diverse backgrounds. What's that been like for you getting to know this group of guys that are your teammates?
For me, I've loved meeting all these new guys. I live at home instead of living in the dorms, but half the times I'm in the dorms with all these my teammates. I'm hardly home. I'm spending most of my time with these guys. And it's been really great meeting all these guys who actually want to wrestle and want to compete. So it's fantastic.
We'll talk about the dual competition coming up this week in just a moment. Let's talk about you're not just athletes, you're student athletes, and the student part's important as well. Drew, how's the transition gone, the student part of things? Moving from high school now to college. College kind of gives you a little more flexibility. You can focus on the things that you want to major in and study, but you still got to make sure you're getting the job done in the classroom. How's that gone for you?
For me, it's gone pretty good so far. I've had a 4.0 all this semester. I love my instructors and my teachers, and I feel like I'm not falling behind with all my grades and everything. I took a lot of dual credit classes in high school thanks to the college being so close to my high school, and I felt the transition is pretty smooth, and I really do love the flexibility they have, and I get to sleep in most days. So,
what are you majoring in?
I major in psychology.
Okay. And have you found that you're able, at a small school, and you came from a smaller high school in Concordia compared to like a Garden City, but do you feel like you've been able to form a relationship with the teachers, the professors here, the staff here, and do you sense that they want the best for you, that they want to see you succeed?
Oh, absolutely. The teachers are great. They know pretty much all their class, like their students by name, and it's really nice coming from my high school where our teachers did the same. So, yeah, I feel like the instructors are great. Everybody here is nice. Even the teachers that you don't know, they'll still say hi to you in the hallways, and it's just super fun.
Brayden, for you, as I said, Garden City, one of the bigger high schools in the state. You come to Concordia and to Cloud County. I don't even know how familiar you were with Concordia or Cloud County prior to actually making this move. What has that jump been like, not just from an athletic standpoint, but from a personal standpoint, moving away from home, and then as a student, adjusting to a new campus and a new way of life?
Well, originally I thought this was in Junction City for the longest time, probably up until even after I signed in like June. I figured I was like, oh, this isn't in Junction City. But luckily for me, my family actually moved this summer to Hutchinson, so I'm only about an hour and a half away. And then, yeah, like you said, the teachers here have been super kind. I've gotten along with all my professors. They've been pretty nice. They help me when I need it. They do a good job at explaining the material and the curriculum. And I think I've benefited the most from study guides that they're giving me. And the study guides actually show what's going to be on the quiz. We're taking these quizzes over the stuff that we're actually taught.
And they're working with you? I mean, because now you guys are in the thick of the season, right? Which means, as I said, a lot of road trips. That means some class time missed. So I know there's got to be communication on your end and theirs, and making sure you're getting everything done that you need to be doing in the classroom, even while away. You feel like the teachers have been pretty helpful in that regard?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, they've helped. They've reminded me that, hey, we have this due, or I'll get an extra day because I wasn't there in class because of traveling. And so they've been super great.
Finals week next week, though. Are you glad it's about over this semester?
I am. I love wrestling, not school as much. But student athlete, that student part comes first. You're not going to be able to wrestle without the class material. So it's got to find some more love for that.
Drew, you ready for a well-earned break at the end of the semester here?
Yes, I believe I am. Don't get me wrong, I love school and everything, but I think this break is long. High school's break was not this long. I think it'll be interesting to see what I'll do with a long break. So
this Friday night, T-Bird wrestling fans get their first opportunity to check out the Cloud County Community College wrestling team as they compete in their first home duel of the 2025-2026 season. Cloud County will be welcoming two different schools to town. That'll be Northeastern Junior College out of Sterling, Colorado, and then Northern Oklahoma College at Tonkawa out of Tonkawa, Oklahoma. Now, I know you've run into certainly a lot of the Tonkawa wrestlers at different opens and invites to start this year. But Drew, first duel, how excited are you guys to finally get into the duel part of the season?
I'm super excited to be wrestling in our own home gym with our own home crowd. We went to that last duel we went to. It was cool and everything, but I think I'm really looking forward to our own home crowd and just seeing everybody and getting to perform and everybody showing our stuff.
Brayden, for you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, same thing. That I got family that'll be able to come, and then people that I know will come on campus, not some random students from Nebraska that I have no idea who are. So I'll get the opportunity to perform in front of them. That excites me.
Yeah, you guys competed at Duel up in Lincoln, Nebraska, hosted, or up in Beatrice, Nebraska, I apologize, hosted by Southeast Community College, took on the number 4 ranked team in the country in Southeast. I know dropped that duel, but ended up picking up a 33-17 win over Murray State College, so 1-1 in duel competition. And is there, Brayden, a different feel when you get to the dual part of the season, again, where you may only have 1 or 2 matches that night, so it's not having to battle your way through a bracket, but again, you can kind of sit back and also watch, Drew and some of your other teammates, and for you wrestling that last match at the heavyweight position, you kind of see the score, as it builds throughout the course of the match. Is there just a different vibe overall?
Yes, sir. It excites me. I like knowing that. It excites me a lot when the duel's on the line, and I know I'm going to go out there and win. And so, but yeah, the environment, getting to actually sit down and watch all my teammates, not all over the place, and sometimes missing some matches at tournaments, I get to see every single one of their matches. Like down in Beatrice, I think our team did a good job supporting everyone while they wrestled. Everyone was watching and cheering, and I think it'll be good that it's in our home crowd.
Drew, what's kind of your expectations heading into it? How excited? You said, you're excited to finally be on the home mats in front of the home crowd. But what's kind of your sense about, you and your teammates and how you guys have come along to this point and where you are as we start to close out this first semester?
I'm expecting 2 big wins. I think all our guys are ready to go out there and compete and have fun doing it.
Talking again with Drew Sterrett, Brayden Hill, two members of the Cloud County Community College wrestling team as the T-Bird wrestling team, going to be in action at home this coming Friday night as they will be hosting a tri-duel. It'll be the first of two home tri-duels this season for Cloud County. The T-Birds going to be taking on Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa as well as Northeastern Junior College. The matchup against Northeastern Junior College will begin at 5 p.m. and then the matchup with Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa will take place at 6:30. Now, both of Cloud County's duels this Friday will be streamed live on the T-Bird Sports Network. You can find it at cloudtbirds.com. But I appreciate the two of you taking time to sit down with me, and congratulations on the success to this stage, and want to wish you all the best moving forward. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby.
Are you a Kansas or Nebraska high school senior who's thinking about your next step after high school? If so, you qualify for Cloud County Community College's $500 early bird scholarship. All you have to do is visit campus before December 19th and have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and you get a $500 scholarship guaranteed. So come visit Cloud and see why our students are Cloud proud. On your visit, you'll see our campus, meet with an academic advisor, and get a chance to have all your questions answered. Set up your campus visit today by giving us a call at 785-243-1435 extension 212 or visiting us online at cloud.edu/admissions.
My thanks to Cloud County Community College freshman wrestlers Brayden Hill and Drew Sterrett for being our guests this week on T-Bird Talk. And I want to wish all the best to the Cloud County Community College wrestling team as they compete this Friday in a tri-duel against Northeastern Junior College and Northern Oklahoma College Tonkawa. A full preview is available at cloudtbirds.com. Then on Saturday, the Cloud County Community College women's and men's basketball teams get back to action as they travel to Colby, Kansas to match up with Colby Community College. Last Saturday, the Cloud County Community College women's basketball team fell to number 1 Dodge City Community College by a final score of 97-71. After leading by 1 point at the half, Dodge City outscored Cloud County 58-33 in the second half to pull away. The T-Birds' record has fallen to 4-5 overall and 0-4 in Kansas Jayhawk Community College conference action. Freshman guard Kamaya Muldrow led Cloud County with 28 points. Muldrow was a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. She also added 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Sophomore forward Layla Washington totaled 12 points and 3 rebounds. Freshman guard Marilyn Sokin followed with 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Freshman guard Yelena Yankovic added 7 points off the bench. Sophomore forward Shea Wirtz finished with 6 points and a team-high 8 rebounds, while freshman guard Amanda Makala and freshman forward Sofia Todorovic had 5 points each. The Cloud County Community College men's basketball team also fell to the Dodge City Conquistadors by a score of 81-78 in overtime last Saturday. This marked Cloud County's 3rd straight conference loss, dropping the T-Birds to 6-4 on the year and 1-3 in Kansas Jayhawk Community College conference play. Samuel Acott posted season highs in points, rebounds, steals, and block shots to lead the way for Cloud County in the loss. Acott had 19 points with 3 made 3-pointers. Additionally, he grabbed 8 rebounds and collected 4 steals and 3 block shots in 31 minutes on the floor. Sophomore forward Elijah Savon recorded a double-double with 15 points and a team-high 12 rebounds. Freshman forward Deontez Walker was also in double figures with 13 points, while freshman Caden Chatham had 9 points and a team-high 5 assists in 40 minutes off the bench. Both Cloud County basketball teams head to Colby on Saturday. The opening tip of the women's game is scheduled for 1 p.m., while the men's game will follow at 3 p.m. Both contests will be played inside the Colby Event Center in Colby, Kansas. We'll be talking more basketball as well as wrestling next week on a brand new edition of T-Bird Talk. New episodes of T-Bird Talk drop each Thursday, so make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcast platforms. T-Bird Talk is a production of the Cloud County Community College Athletic Department.